So the first assignment is about resume or CV writing. Okay. What's the full form of CV? Anyone?
Again?
Full form. We call it CV, right?
Yeah.
CV stands for what?
Personal information.
So personal starts with C and information starts with V.
Yeah, education.
Come on. CV stands for what? It's CV, right?
Yeah.
So it's C and V. So C stands for what and V stands for what? We don't know, right? But we write our CV. Without knowing. Okay? This should be the first assignment. Find out what is CV. CV stands for curriculum vitae. Okay? It's the full form of curriculum vitae. They also call it the resume. Okay? Both these words are not from English. Okay? They take words from anywhere they like, and then they ask us to memorize it and use it. Anyways, so as you said, it contains what? Personal information. Okay? Personal information. Anybody disagrees? She says personal information. Is this the right term? What we include in CV?
Experiences, education.
So together we call it what? What type of information? Academic. Okay. And so we should have some personal information. Personal information could be, I like eating biryani. You will include it in your CV. Some of you would, I know. Professional information. Okay. So it's a mixture. Okay. You cannot say everything, but it's a mixture. Okay. But it's information about yourself. Okay. So this is a quote. Like I mentioned earlier, CV also called as resume. So a resume or CV, this document which you are submitting, can prove to be a ticket for your chance to winning a fulfilling career. It's like a lottery. Okay, when you are submitting your CV, you are entering a lottery, a draw. You submit your CV means what? You submit your CV for what? For getting a job. Okay, you want something, right?
Yes.
Okay, and now you're getting into the pool
Yeah.
from where the people will be selected. Okay, so you are hoping that I will get this job and I will move forward with my career, right? So CV is your first step to a fulfilling career, hopefully. What are the purposes of submitting the CV? First thing you need to keep in mind, CV will not get you the job. Just a CV will not get you the job. It will push you forward in your queue. Okay? It will give you a chance, like the quote mentioned. It will give you a chance. You still have to go and prove yourself. And that's why we have the second part of the assignment where you have to come and talk about yourself. Okay? A beautiful document which is very colorful and it has very good fonts will not get you the job. Okay? Otherwise everybody will hire ChatGPT. You want them to hire that thing instead of you? No, you want yourself to be hired, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So you have to prove yourself more than these things.
Yeah.
Okay? So what is the purpose of submitting the CV? Like I said, it will push you forward to the next step. Next step is usually the interview. The one-on-one interaction now. You will go and meet your employer. He will give you time, basically. To get the time. Okay? Required for handshake. What do you mean by getting a handshake? In Pakistan, they came up with this term for firing the employees. But they were about to give them a deal. Okay, we don't want you. Get out of the company. They came up with the term. We are giving them a handshake. Okay, they should have said we are giving you a kick. Okay, but anyways, but what does it mean in a good way? Handshake means what? A handshake means what? Come on, boys.
You get hired.
You get what?
Hired.
Hired. Okay.
Something achieved. To achieve.
When do you do the handshake? Like in a professional setting. Okay. When the deal is done. Okay. Okay.
Achievements.
You achieve something. Okay. Good. Okay. So it's basically it creates some some bond or some relation between you and the other person. Okay. You don't do handshake with everybody you are passing by, right? So you pass by 10 people in the corridor. You don't do handshake with all of them, right? Okay. Or maybe you will meet one friend and you will meet him, greet him, and so on. Okay. So now he knows you at a higher level. That friend, you know him and he knows you at a higher level. Okay. So is required for a handshake means that the person will get to know you better. Okay. And most importantly, he will know you better in a good way. So there are some people who you know about them, then you don't want to meet them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So getting a handshake in a good way, like you get into a positive acquaintance with the other person. Okay, in a positive relationship with the other person. Okay, now he knows good things about you. Okay, he has a good impression about you, a good rapport about you. So getting a handshake means building your rapport, building your good impression, positive image in front of the other person. Okay, and then you can also showcase your KSAOs, what are experiences and accomplishments. KSAO stands for knowledge, skill, abilities, and any other characteristic. Okay, your knowledge, skill, abilities, and characteristics. So the person will have a good image about you, and he will also know what you can do and what you have done previously, how qualified you are. This is what it means. Okay, to further explain it, this is a chart which is giving you some examples under each category. Okay, but these are just some examples. I will also show you an example of a complete sheet, but just take it an example. Okay, you can do better. Okay, or you can modify it, adopt it according to your own personality, according to your own record. Okay, so a skill, what type of things you can do better than others, basically. Okay, so for example, one of the skill can be I am strategically very sound. I can do very good planning. I am good with critical thinking. I come up with new ideas. Okay, I am very innovative. Performance management. Okay, I don't do there are some people who perform very high and then they are very low. Okay, in your case, I would say there are some people who do very good in the midterms, and the final they get 10 out of 40. Like in the midterm, they were getting 20 out of 20. Okay, so this is performance management issues. Okay, so somebody who can do this. Project management. Okay, so if you give them a project, they can manage it. I explained it last time as well. That this is what this course is about. Okay, how you can manage your work from start to end. You start something on your own and you finish it. Okay, without any supervision. Nobody is telling me now do this, do this, do this. I am doing everything. Okay, so some people are not good with this. They want instructions. Okay, you should be more than that, but some sort of a skill, communication skills. Okay, and this is why you have to write and say about everything. Knowledge, what are the things you know? Okay, for example, I know the procedures, standards which are followed for building design. I know the laws and regulations which are followed in Bahrain. Okay, there are some people who are good with this. Okay, and they get a job because of this. Okay, and they are, like you have to rely upon them. In every office, there are some people like this. You get into a mess, you go to them. So it's a very good knowledge aspect that you should have. Okay. Subject matter, I'm good with engineering, I'm a good doctor, I'm a good lawyer, whatever. Okay, so this is subject matter. Okay, you knowledge about a specific field. Okay, and any other type of practices, professional cultures. Okay, some people are good with that, especially people who are in marketing. They need this type of knowledge. What is the culture at this place, what people like, don't like, and so on. Okay, abilities, what are the things you can do? Okay, so for example, I'm good with teaching. I'm not saying this, just giving an example. Okay, some people are good mentors, coaches. Okay, a coach, a mentor, somebody who can train, trainers. Okay, building relationships. Okay, so I get into the office or I get into the class, I build good relationships. Everybody thinks I'm an angel and so on and so forth. Building teams. We'll talk about it a little bit more in the next lecture as well. Okay, in more detail. But building team it's very complicated. Okay, you will see even during this course. Organization. Okay, how organized I am. Okay, so some of the skills, some of the abilities. Sorry. Other characteristics can be related to your own personality. Okay, I'm an ethical person. I take very good decisions. When I take the decision, I don't get confused. I'm very confident. These are all what? Other characteristics. Okay, I'm very good with people. I interact with people. I am very social and so on and so forth. Okay, so there are many companies who like these characteristics. Although they are related to your personality, they have nothing to do with your job or your job requirement, but they want to create an environment in the office where everybody is happy. Okay, so they want people who can be with people, who know how to be with people. Okay, how to get started? First of all, for creating a CV, we use the Microsoft Word. Okay, because it has many options. I will show you. It has even templates as well, which you can use even for the assignment. And there are many templates which are available online. And these templates, people have created these templates, but they are also available in the Word format. Okay, so it's a very convenient format, but it's very commonly used. But if you are using any other software, no problem. For the assignment, if you have used something else for creating your CV, fine, I don't mind. Submit a PDF file then. Okay, I don't have to send you a message, the file is not opening. Okay, even the Blackboard will not open it for me. So create a PDF. 1 page long is good. If you can make everything, put everything in 1 page. 1 page meaning A4 page, letter size, not A3 page. It's 1 page here. Nobody can read it. Okay, so 1 page is good. Usually, especially for engineering, okay, technical jobs. People don't have time. Okay, so if you can fit it into 1 page, it's good. Okay, but it's not like if you go more than 1 page, crime, or they will throw away your CV. It's not like this. Okay, but 1 page is good for the people. Now what they do is, and I will show you as well, if the CV is very long, then they try to summarize like a small bio paragraph. They summarize important points in a small paragraph and put it on the first page. So even if you don't have the time to read the entire CV, you can read this 1 paragraph so you know what is included. Okay, but 1 page is good. Okay, especially at your level, fresh engineers, or even if you are in the middle level, it's good. Okay, use consistent formatting and style. Don't mix and match too many things. Okay, like you are using 10 colors and 12 different font styles, it's not good. Okay, 1 or 2 is enough. Okay, 1 or 2 is enough. And remember, we are professionals. We are technical people. We have engineers looking at our CVs. Okay, these are not directors of media groups. Hopefully. Yesterday I met 2 students who were running their own social media group, something. They were doing interviews there. Maybe you have seen that. Anyways. So, but if you are not going in that direction, then we need a very clean and professional looking CV, and that's it. So it should not be too much mess. Okay, so use consistent formatting for the fonts as well as for the margins. Okay, if you feel any information is key, is important for the job. It's important for the job. Okay, sometimes there is something which we are very proud of. Okay, so I won a gold medal in this and this sport. Yeah, good. You are very proud of it, which is very good. But you are applying for a job of structural engineer. What do they do with your gold medal? Anything? Nothing. For them, what is the key? If you have done any structural design earlier, right? So, key information according to the job. So make it bold then. If there is any important thing, make it bold. Okay, so it stands out. Okay, use only relevant information. If you can get rid of any unnecessary items, it's good. Okay, don't just crowd your CVs with unnecessary stuff. Like I already gave the example. I like biryani, it has nothing to do with the job. Okay, so don't include these things. This is CV. Okay, again a sample, and you can see it's like a template, right?
Yeah.
Looks like a template. Okay, so your name should be on the top always. Then your contact information always on the top. Okay, these are some things which are important because somebody wants to contact you now. Your CV is very good. Now where is your contact information? It doesn't. Okay, so name always on the top, then contact information always. Okay, and now you can see here, look at the in the second line, last thing. What is the last thing in the second line? What is it?
Name.
Huh? No, after email. After email is what? It's a LinkedIn profile. Okay, LinkedIn is a website. You see the email, right? Beside the email.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a LinkedIn profile. Okay, if you have a LinkedIn profile or any other professional website profile. Okay, so we have for us, for example, we have ResearchGate as well, which is professional. It is for the researchers. We have Academia, which is again for people who are in the academics. Okay, so LinkedIn is for professionals, and there are others as well. LinkedIn is very popular. Okay, there is no major organization which you will not find on LinkedIn. Okay, somebody asks me for a job or to forward them the job news or announcements, I ask them add me on LinkedIn because everything is coming there now. But the point here is when you update yourself, so I got a new degree. For example, I got bachelor's. Okay, I completed my engineering. So I go to my profile, I update myself. I got master's. I go and update myself. Okay, I got a job in some company. Okay, and then I left that company after 4 years. So I update. Worked in so and so company for 4 years. Okay, there are some organizations which are directly inviting applications through these profiles. Okay, so they post their job, for example, on LinkedIn. You apply for the job, they say, okay, give us the link of your profile. We will see if you are eligible for the job or not from your profile. So it's like an online CV, public CV, which is visible to everybody. Okay, got it? So it is my advice that you make such profiles as well. Okay, and if you make them, include them in your CV. Okay, so it's like another CV which is available for everybody to see. Okay, and obviously it's like a social media profile, so you post other things as well. Okay, anyways, so now you can see the next thing is an objective statement, right? Okay, so he wrote one sentence as an objective statement, what he wants to be in his career, what he wants to be. I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be the best structural engineer, I want to be the best civil engineer in the field, I want to become the best civil engineer in Bahrain, I want to design, this and this for the community, okay? So you can write a sentence, or like I mentioned earlier, you can give them a brief bio about yourself. So instead of one sentence, it's a paragraph, a short paragraph, maybe 3-4 lines. But don't do it if your CV is short. If your CV is already 1 page, then you don't need a starting paragraph, an introductory paragraph. You don't need it. Okay? If your CV is getting long, okay, one of my teachers, his CV, obviously, mashallah, he did many things. Like he did only 3 masters. He did masters 3 times. Okay? So half a page is only for his degrees, or 1 page is only required for his degrees. Okay? So his CV is very long. So on his CV, on the front page, he has a 3 or 4 line bio that I am this and this and this. Everything summarized. You don't want to see the 5-page CV, just look at the first paragraph. You will get an idea about what or who he is. Then you can decide whether you want to see the full CV or not. Okay? Anyways, then the next thing is usually education. Usually education, okay? And you start from the most recent one. Okay? So if you got a PhD, you start from PhD. If you got a master's, start from master's. Okay? And so on and so forth. Okay? So everything in chronological order, and the most recent one will be at the top. Okay? So the highest degree will be at the top. Okay? You mentioned for the education, it's very important that you mention your institution from where you got the degree. You got a degree from good institution, it creates a good impression. Okay, so don't write I have BSc Civil. BSc Civil from where? Okay, so institution is important, and the year is very important. The year of your graduation is very important. You can see the GPA over here as well. If your GPA is 3.87, yes, write it. Huh? If it is 2.07, don't write it. Okay, but the important things are what? What degree you got, from where you got, and when did you get? Okay, GPA is not so important, but obviously not necessary. Yeah. But if you have something you want to boost about it, yeah. See, I have.
Show your muscles.
Show your muscles, yeah, good. Okay, but education is usually on the top, then comes the experience. Okay, experience about the jobs you did, and again you can see what? This is all his experience. He is starting from where? Most recent one. Okay, most recent one. Okay, same thing. Now in job, again, you can see they are writing where they did it, the time when they did it, okay, and what they were doing in the job. What they were doing. So you say I was a civil engineer in Ministry of Works, for example. So as a civil engineer, what were your duties? What they were asking you to do? Okay, they call it job description. You can write it as points, you can write it as sentences, no problem. You can write it as 2 or 3 words. Okay, that my job included this, only 1 sentence is enough. Okay, but write some sort of description about your job, what you were doing in that organization. In this time period, what we were doing. Just writing the title of the job is not enough. Okay, so somebody says I was working in University of Bahrain. Okay, and my job title was I was a lab engineer. There are 100 other lab engineers in the University of Bahrain. Are they all doing the same type of things? No. One of them is in the structural lab. The other one is in the asphalt lab. The other one is in the surveying lab. Okay, so they are doing different things, although their job title is same. So this is very important. Okay. So these things are very important. They are pretty much standard. Their order is very standard. And then comes the other things. Okay, so he did some volunteering work. Again, he is mentioning it as he was mentioning his experience. Okay, where he did it, when he did it, what was he doing. Okay, but you can think about more things. Okay, and this as well. What are the additional things you can add in your CV? Any technical or computer skills, I would say is not additional for you, it's important. You are engineers. Okay, so technical and computer skills are important. People are running their businesses only because they have the license to a particular software and they know how to use it. And they are making millions. Literally. Okay? Like millions in Pakistan. Okay, fine. Thousands of BDs in Bahrain. On project basis, okay? Not on per month. Project basis. Okay, give us this project, we will take this much thousand BDs and we will do only this. Okay? So, it's not an optional thing, it should be there. Okay? And that means what? Apart from mentioning it in the CV. Now you have to mention it in the CV, that means you have to
Have the skills.
you have to get the skills, huh? It's not just writing, okay, I know this and this, the 10 softwares I know. People ask, you don't know. Huh? I read about it on YouTube. Okay, fine. Okay, not like this. You have to get the skills. Okay, when the time comes, I will give you some good links. So we have an assignment about software as well. Okay, so I will give you some good links. So from now onwards, start getting these skills, which are important for the job. Okay, this is the time. You get out of the university, you will waste 2 or 3 years just getting these things. So start now. Key training and skills. You got the training for first aid. You got the training for I don't know. Okay, any technical training you got. Okay, training for using surveying equipment, training for team management, communication skills, whatever. Okay, so mention them. Languages, you know, if you know different languages, it's good, especially in a country like Bahrain, you have people from different nationalities. Okay, so you have to work with them, and we have people, and now we have organizations which are multinational. Okay, they have offices in different countries, so multiple language is a good thing. If you have studied abroad, or if you have experiences in other countries, you work in some other countries, mention them. If you have any military experience, I don't know how it will work. If you did any volunteering work, you mention them. So these are some of the additional things. Okay. So in the education, some of the things I already mentioned that you should mention. If your GPA is higher, your GPA is good, you mention it. What was your minor? You are from the old batch, right? That's why you are in this. So, but the new batch, if they say we did civil engineering from University of Bahrain, they also have to mention their track as well. If they do it in structure or something. If you get higher degrees, then there is a minor. You say MSc in civil engineering, but what was your specialization? Minor meaning specialization. So you can mention, for example, I did my senior project in water resources. So this is your specialization now, right? You spend more time on that. If you won any awards, okay, during your studies, any certificates you have, any scholarships you have won, okay, any international experience you got, okay, you went to some other country for some of the courses and so on, okay, any licenses you have got, okay, so there are organizations. One of them is what? We have one student chapter of which organization in the department?
Yes.
ICE. Okay, so these are good, and usually again one more important point for you guys, at this time if you take a license from or membership of any organization as a student, you get a lot of benefits. Okay, many of them are completely free. Okay, many of them are just taking 10-20% of their normal fee. So if you get a membership from now, it's easier. Okay, usually you don't pay attention to these things, but it's easier at this time. Okay, any related training or skills? We have training, right? In your case, you have to take a training, right? Okay, you have to go in the industry and take training. So you mentioned it, where did you take it, what was the topic of your thesis and project? So these things could be mentioned with education. Experience, even if you did any part-time jobs, you can mention them. Internships can be mentioned. any campus involvement, anything which you did out of the studies, within the campus, within the university. Okay, like when we were studying, we used to do some work with the labs. Okay, some lectures with the labs, or something with the documentation, with the registration and so on. Okay, so any extra work which you did. Self-employment, freelance, many of you are doing it, I believe. Some of you are professional photographers, some of you are making your own contents and channels and so on. I have a student, he took many courses with me, and he has his own channel. He is like a celebrity on YouTube. And I asked him, what are you doing here? Wasting your time and my time. He said, no, my father wants me to get a degree. Said, very good. Okay. But if you are doing anything like this, any volunteer work you did, any clinical work, any practical work you did, so you mention it in the experience. Other things can include awards and work which is outside your profession. Outside your profession. Okay. Now volunteering, for example, you see some things are common. Many things are common, right? Volunteering work, awards, honors, these are common. Okay. So what is the difference between this one and this one? Okay. So for example, I am a civil engineer, right? Okay. I can get a certificate or an award for something which I do in civil engineering, right? But maybe at some other time, I write some stories, or I write some blogs or something like this as well. Okay. And one of them wins an award, or I get a certificate from an organization for that thing. Now this is not related to civil engineering. It's an award, but not for my field. So if the award or honor or work is related to my field, it will come here. If it is not related to my field, it will go here. Okay. So they are, this is an award, this is an award. This I won for my senior project. This I won because of a football match. Okay. So you have to put them separately. Don't mix them. Okay. Don't mix them. In your CV, professional, 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 and then other things come. Professional comes at the top. Okay. Okay. So for example, we have a job ad, and this ad says that we need a clerical person who will do these things. Okay. So he will answer phones. He will basically handle the calls which are made there, okay, like a call center. He will greet customers at the reception. He will take care of the handling of the files and the documents, okay. And he must have prior experience, and he must be punctual and dependable, okay. So for example, you can see it's not a high profile job, right? Anybody can apply. But if you are making your CV for this job, what are the skills you will mention in your CV? Tell me. Language, yeah, I know maybe different languages, so I can handle different type of people. Okay, very good. What else? What other skills you will mention to get this job? Because I don't want this job. Now you have. Now you want it. At this time you want it. Okay. What else?
Basic computer skills.
Basic computer skills like handling Word and Excel and so on. Okay. What else? Anything else? If you have experience from other organizations doing the same job, you mention it. Okay. What else?
Communication skills.
Communication skills. Okay. Same. Anything else? It's also handling the filing and documents as well. So they call them organizational skills. Organizational skills. Okay. Let us see what they are saying. You should be able to do multitasking. The client is in front of you. The phone rings. How do you handle it? There are some people who don't handle it very well, right? They don't even look at you. Huh? or you keep them calling in the office for the whole day, they will not pick up the phone because people keep on coming. Okay, so how do you handle this one? Punctuality is mentioned, so he should have time management skills.
Yeah.
He will be handling documents, so he should have organizational skills. Effective communication, you already mentioned. Okay, language is a part of it. Okay, meeting deadlines. Okay, we don't realize, but these people who are doing the clerical job, they help you meet the deadline. You do the work, but they are doing the rest of the things. So that's why work efficient. Obviously, I work very efficiently. So it's general, it's common. Okay, any job you would say, yeah, I'm an efficient worker. Okay, even if you are not. Now let's say you are writing bullet points in your CV. Okay, you are making sentences for your CV. So what are the three things you keep in mind? They say it's the who logic. Okay, what is the who logic? You write what you did, how you did, and what was the outcome. Okay, in all the points you are mentioning in your CV, you focus on these three things: what, how, and what happened in the end. Okay, for example, let's say the job is for a team leader. Maybe you are applying for a promotion. Sometimes I want to get a raise. Okay. So what did he do? He managed a team of 10 direct report professionals. What? How? By using organization and time management. So he is now showing his skills. The experience and the skills.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did he achieve in the end? So doing this, I achieved 90% of the performance. Okay, got it? Okay. Let's say if you can do it. You're applying for a middle school teaching position. Again, very common, not a high profile job. Your most recent experience has been as a swim instructor. So, can you prepare a who statement for yourself based upon this experience and the job? What would you write in your CV about this job? Your last job is swim instructor. You are applying for middle school teaching. So how would you make your statement so it becomes appealing, attractive for these people who will hire you for middle school? Tell me. You can write it. You can write it.
School.
Huh?
You say with my school.
Middle school. You were a swim instructor. Now you are applying for a middle school teaching job. So what a statement you will write? And you have to keep in mind the who logic. What, how, and what did you achieve? So what do you write to them? So you have to make a statement about this thing which makes you good for this. Tell me. Right. That's 41, 48. It's in the syllabus. Okay, another example. Let's say you are applying for a nursing position. Okay, so it's a position in the clinic for helping the doctors. Your most recent experience is volunteering in nursing home. It's very easy, right? You are applying for nursing and you did some volunteering work for nursing. So how do you write about it? the last thing which I will mention is about the 1 minute introduction. Okay. Now usually this is good when you go, like I said, CV will not get you the job. It will get you to the next step. What is the next step? Your introduction, your face-to-face interaction with the employer or the customer or the client, whatever you call it. If you are running your own business, this is your client then. Okay. And when you get into this interaction, okay, and you are waiting for questions and answers, then you already created a bad impression for you. Okay, he will ask, then I will reply. Okay, people who are confident, people who are experienced, who are mature, okay, and they know about their job, they are eager to say something about themselves. Okay, clear? So I will run this video, okay, but this is just an example. I took it from internet. So he is saying some points. It's a short video, that's why I picked it. But if you go on internet, you will see many other videos. Okay. So I will suggest you go and do this, because you have to do it next week in the class. Okay. And you will achieve two things out of it. First of all, you will know what to say. What to say when you are introducing yourself in the class or later on with your boss or with your client or with your customer. Second, by listening to these are professionals, right? These people are professionals. If they don't look professional, don't listen to them, okay? So, but these are professionals, most of them, okay? So when you listen to them, you also know how to say it, okay? How to say it. When you listen to something very often, it becomes so common for you that you don't feel any shame in saying it. The person in front of you has said it 1,000 times. This is how you learned how to speak, right? How did the kids learn how to speak? They listen. Nobody taught you this is how you say ah and ba and ta. No. When you were a kid. Okay? You started speaking because you are listening. This is natural. Okay? There was a girl who was a very good presenter last time, in the last semester. Okay? And we asked her in the end why you are, because she was better than everybody else. So we asked her and she said it's not a good thing, but she said she watches too much TV. Okay? So what they are saying is, what they are doing on TV is talking and talking and talking. Okay, so she is listening. Okay, so it doesn't need any extra course to speak that. Whatever you listen, it will come out. Okay, I had another girl and I was shocked with her accent and her vocabulary and so on. So I said, what do you do? She said the same thing. Okay, so there are 3-4 people I have asked myself personally. And the most common thing is they are either very good listeners or readers. So until you take in something, you cannot get it out. Okay? But when now we have videos, okay, and audios and so on, so you can actually see how it is done. When you are reading, you see, you know what to do, but how to do it, you will see it yourself. Then you can practice. Okay, clear? Okay. Let us listen to this guy, what he has to say.
Well, okay, so when you have to give a 60-second self-introduction, but first of all, where would this even take place? Well, a lot of times this takes place in business meetings. It could take place when you're doing an interview. Maybe you're in front of a school group or something like that, and you just tell people who you are. So what you can say is you can start off with saying your name and saying who you are as far as your job or your title or what you're studying, something like that. So you might say, hi, my name is Carl. I'm an MBA student from the University of California, and I'm currently studying mechanical engineering, something like that. So that'd be a really great start. Now, the next part of it is you can talk about something that maybe you specialize in, or maybe why you decide to study that. It's just to give people a little bit of background as to who you are as a person. So you could say something like, when I was a child, I really loved putting things together and making things and tinkering with things, and I always just knew how things went together. And it was always so boring for me to just sit in the classroom and not be able to make anything. I was most at home when I made something and built things and designed things, and that's what led me to becoming an engineering student.
Okay. You talked about two important things. Can you tell me what were those? You said always start with what? Your name and your job. Okay. Your education. Okay. You always start with that. Okay. Yeah. Background information about yourself. Okay. And then. Specialization. And what do you tell about your specialization? What was he saying? Just tell them I'm a mechanical engineer. That's it. I'm a civil engineer. That's it. What was he saying?
Why
Yeah.
I chose
This profession.
Because us, we have a gift.
Hmm?
A gift that he us to.
Yeah. Any skill which he has. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you are talking about your specialization, why did you select this specialization and what you have to offer in this specialization? Okay. So motivation and the skill he has, which is suitable for this specialization. Okay. Because the job is about this field, right? That's why you are here. Okay. Maybe you have 1,000 other skills, but right now the job is for a civil engineer. Or right now the job is for a surveyor or a lab engineer or whatever. Okay. So now you will say, okay, I'm this and I'm doing this because of this. Okay. And what is my special skill? Why should you hire me instead of others? Because I can do this. Okay. I have extra communication skills. I have extra innovation or something like this. Okay. I'm more innovative than others. I have better communication skills than others and so on. Okay. Anything which is relevant to the field and makes you above the others in this field. Okay. So obviously this also connects to your motivation. Why did I select this field? Because I'm like this. I selected this field because I'm like this. Okay. So you are giving the message that I didn't just take this degree because my family wanted it. Okay. I was not getting married because the people were saying, no, get an engineering degree, then we'll get you married. Not like this. Okay. So I take the degree because it's my interest, it's my passion and so on. Okay. So you have to do this. Another important thing which he mentioned, I forgot, was it's not only about interviews. You will do day-to-day meetings every day. Every day you will have a meeting, a workshop, a seminar. Okay. You will be engaged with other people. Okay. And the first thing in that is your introduction. Okay. Even after so many years, I have to introduce myself maybe 3-4 times. Okay. In the class, in the workshop, in the seminar, starting a presentation and so on. Okay. So if you are thinking that I have my own company, I don't have to do this, no, you still have to do this. Okay. And you have to do it regularly. Okay. Day after day, day after day. It's not like I will do it once and that's it. First of all, if you do it badly, this will not be the first or the last time. It will happen many times. Okay. And even if you do it in a good way, you still have to keep on doing it. Got it? Clear? Okay. Now